Good evening, all of you. So today we will discuss the next chapter of our senior inter, current electricity. So electricity, already you know, electricity is the required energy source for doing any activity or for working or to use any electronic appliance or electrical appliance. Whereas, what is this current? Current, we can simply say the free flow. So if anything can freely flow, then we can say it as current. That may be an electric current, that may be an air current, that may be an water current, whatever. So these currents depends on how the flow is. If the flow is free, then we can simply say it as a current. So here also we are having this current electricity. How the electricity is passing in the circuitry or in the transmission wires or in electrical or electronic appliances. All these things will come under this particular chapter. So this chapter is an extension of the chapter electric current in your 10th standard. The same concepts we have here and a few concepts are extended. So first of all, what is current and how the current is flowing in a circuit or in a conductor. So what are the conditions for the flow of these charges and how the charge is distributed or transmitted from one level to another level, and what are the elements required for the transmission, and what forms are used to transfer or transmit this electric current, and what are the laws we have in this, and what are their limitations, and how we differentiate one law from another, and how to use all these laws, and all these concepts we are going to get in this particular chapter. So first of all, we will discuss what are the concepts we have in our 10th standard. In our 10th standard, we have the basic definition of electric current and what is voltage or potential difference and working of a battery, what is meant by a resistor, what are the properties of resistors and the factors which are affecting the resistance, what is meant by Ohm's law, what are the limitations of Ohm's law, what is meant by KCL and what is meant by KVL, that is Kirchhoff current law and Kirchhoff voltage law. All these laws we discussed already in our 10th standard. What is meant by electric power, what is meant by overloading, how to avoid overloading, what is a fuse, how this fuse is useful for us in a circuitry, what happens if a fuse is defused, what happens if the fuse wire is replaced by any other wire than the required wire, what will happen to our circuitry. All these conditions we have to discuss earlier in our 10th standard. The same concepts you are going to get here. Apart from that, you are going to get Wheatstone bridge and what is meant by potentiometer, otherwise what is meant by voltmeter. So all these new concepts we are going to discuss in this chapter. This is very important chapter. You are going to get an 8 marks question in this chapter. So that's why please concentrate. Before going to this chapter, please read your 10th standard electric current. Very important. All the basics you have in your 10th standard. So if you want to get a clear idea regarding this particular chapter, it is better to go through your 10th standard electric current chapter. Okay, the first concept, resistor and resistance. What is resistance? So resistance we can simply call it as if anything is stopping the flow of any energy form or in any unwanted content, then we can simply call it as resistant. For example, even our body also having resistance power, we can simply call it as immunity. So just like that, the obstruction of flow of current is called resistance and the element which is used to produce this resistance is called resistor. Obstruction. Why we are mentioning this particular word obstruction? Because this resistance and this resistor will obstruct the flow of current. Current can easily flow. So depending upon this current, the materials are basically classified into 3. The very first one is conductors, second one is insulators and third one is semiconductors. So basically all the conductors are very good passage of electric current. They can easily pass electric current easily. So that is the point we have to consider here. Even though for that conductor also, it may consist a little amount of resistance. So resistance is compulsory. Resistance may definitely present in any substance. So this resistor, which is represented by this symbol. This symbol is resistor symbol. 3 peaks up and 3 peaks down. This is the standard representation of a resistor. Okay, the unit for this resistance is ohm. The symbol we can simply call it as ohm. So it seems to be like a speed breaker. So this resistor will do the same work in a circuit. It will obstruct the flow of current. The meaning of that one is it will slow down, just like a speed breaker, which will slow down our movement or speed. Just like that, it will slow down the flow of current. So this is the symbol is called as ohm. And this resistance value depends on length of the conductor, how much length the conductor is, cross section area, what is the cross section area, and temperature. So these are the three influencing factors which will influence the resistance of any conductor. So this resistance R can be represented by R is equal to rho L by A. So rho is specific resistance, L is the length of conductor, and this A is the cross section area of that particular conductor. Okay, so these are the important points we have to consider. If the length of the conductor is more, for example, we are passing current for a very long distance using a single wire. So each and every material it will consist of resistance. If the length is increased, it means automatically what will happen? The resistance value will increase. So directly proportional. R is directly proportional to L. And second one is cross sectional area. So cross section area. For example, imagine yourself you are moving in a tunnel. If the tunnel cross section area is very less, what you have to do? You have to crawl in it. If the cross section area is more, what will happen? You can easily walk in it. The meaning of that one is if the cross section area is more, automatically resistance value is less. That's why resistance R is inversely proportional to A. And what is the specific resistance? Each and every content. See, in general, what we can say, each and every human being it is having. That means that human being is having immunity power. But that immunity power depends on the strength of that person. Depending upon that person, the immunity value may be varied. So just like that, depending upon the material, the resistivity value or specific resistance value will change. So what is the meaning of that one? And third one, an important one is temperature. If the temperature goes on raised, the temperature is increased continuously, what will happen? The resistance value will get down and higher amount of currents will flow through it. The best example is generally we use our computer systems. Otherwise, you are using your mobile phone for a very long period of time. Then the temperature of that mobile phone will raise. Then automatically the operations are comparatively differ than the earlier cases. Because even if you touch at one point, it will operate in another way. The reason for that one is because of the temperature, the resistance value gets down and higher amount of currents are flowing through it. That's why it is working in an abnormal conditions. Okay. So these are the details related to this resistor. So resistor is the obstruction. That is, it is an element which will produce the obstruction of flow of current, and the factors which are influenced are length, cross section area, and temperature. Okay. We will continue in our next class.